We are back in the cut. So guys, on my previous video or just early on, you would have noticed me discussing about cryptocurrency in 2020. Now, I was speaking generally about people that are doing pump and dump schemes, especially influencers and people that are using referral codes, and they have hidden intentions, meaning that they have invested or they have been brought on by tokens or crypto companies to represent them, and they use it as a branding element for the audience, which is you, to actually click on the link and buy that crypto token as a pump and dump scheme. What do I mean by pump and dump? Meaning that they big up a token and then they drop the price because they took out all of their liquidity out of it. Meaning that they invest in the token, promote the token, and then take out all the money. There's so many guys out there that do this type of thing, and you guys are left with the zero or the drop in the token price where you don't actually have any money left. If you were privy to the scam, if I would say, or these rotten eggs that have been doing this or have been taken advantage of, this video is for you. So I would love for you guys to follow me, like, share, subscribe. I'll give you all of the updates, all of the ways that I've been doing it, so you guys are more secure and have less risk. So obviously there's different ways of investing, and one of the ways that I was talking about is spot trading. And what we're going to speak about today is like exchanges, staking platforms, DeFi, and different ways of what's currently happening in the market. Now, this cycle that we're going through in this bearish market is kind of I'm used to it. It's nothing new to me, but I don't do spot trading. I don't do leverage trading. I don't buy assets that's been, created by or propaganda, publicized on different channels, on their social media channels by influencers that, hey, this is a great token. I know there's a lot of new YouTubers that have social media platforms from the old days and now getting into crypto like as if they're some sort of guru of a crypto, because they don't know anything about finance. They haven't been in crypto, but because they see it so lucrative, they're trying to adopt it, which is great. But my part about it is that when they are representing specific tokens and telling their followers to buy that specific tokens because they have personal interest in it, I get worried at that point because they've got a personal interest in it. And in the real world, if you've done that and if you actually own a stock or share and you try to do something where you're manipulating the price, you're gonna get done for. All right? So why is that in crypto you don't get done for it? Well, obviously regulations catching up to it is very slow, that's one. And secondly, you, the retail investor, are actually left with the hot potato. That's the actual fact of it. You actually end up with zero or the price drop. Have you ever bought a token and the price plummeted? If this has ever happened to you, then you could have been part and privy of this whole pump and dump scheme, or a rug pull as they call it, right? There's so many of these schemes happening all around the world. Now, there's also the second party. Some of the stuff that I'm going to come out with are worrying and some of it not. The reasons why I'm telling you this is because to make you guys aware and not to be so skeptical about it. If you know about it and educate yourself, it'll be a lot more opportunity. Is there opportunity to make a lot of money in crypto? Hell yeah, it's very lucrative because of the volatility. When is a good time to buy? Right now is a good time to buy because the price is so low. If you like me and you want to do a swing trade and you want to buy and hold, you buy in low and sell high, you do what I do. And we made a lot of money and we can still make a lot of money in the future by doing so. Because why? Crypto is right at a low price right now. For me, it's a great opportunity right now because I buy crypto at this moment in time. Other people, they sell crypto at this time. NFTs, you're making a loss on it right now. The price inflation's catching up, or a correction as they say. But have you made money on it? No, you haven't made any money on it because you bought in at a high price, the price dropped, now you sell at a loss. These are some of the factors that come into play when investing in crypto. If you still hold on to the asset, the price can go up in the future. Warren Buffett, one of the great financial investors on stocks, he buys companies when they're at a low. He never buys at a high, and he holds for long periods of time because of inflation, because of interest rates, And because the price of anything goes up in value over a period of time, especially assets. So this is what people do normally. So if you're applying that same pieces or that same analogy and investing in the right way, especially right now because of inflation, because of interest rates, because of the war, all of these things are going to hurt you guys right now. And it's going to cause a lot of panic selling, a lot of skepticism, a lot of, I call it the great flush, okay? What do I mean by that? All the shit tokens right now are getting flushed out of the market that didn't have any substance, meaning that they didn't actually execute on creating their utility or ecosystem or platform or tech behind on what that crypto token was based on. So if that was the case, you're going to find a lot of these shit projects. They probably took a lot of your money already and just fall to the sides. I've seen people invest in silly amount of projects, take out the liquidity from it, and then the price of the token drop. That's a pump and dump. But they hyped the coin before the price can go up. The second point I want to come to is an exchange. So exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, all of these platforms are great, but crypto was created not because of that. They actually don't want a middleman. So meaning that if I have a crypto wallet and someone else has a crypto wallet, I can send that money to that person or that crypto to that person through a digitalized methodology, through the blockchain, and there's no charges supposed to be or fees put on that. So we're trying to cut out the middleman. Places like Binance and all of these guys are there for now because they've done an amazing opportunity on marketing and projects have adopted them. But the actual fact is you don't actually need to have an exchange to buy or to transfer crypto to another person. You just need a wallet to transfer to another person or wallet ID. And there shouldn't be any fees attached to that in any event, like exchange fees, etc. Hence why Binance is coming out with zero fees, etc. But spot trading on Binance is crazy. I mean, if you're doing that, you're risking all of your money. I never trade that way. I never invest in that methodology. Why? Because it's very risky. And I don't like risk. I like to limit my risk because I want the most potential in the most low risk scenario. I like volatility, meaning right now when the price is dropping, I like to buy right now because I'm more safe and secure and hold for a long period of time and see the upside. But if you spot trading, very dangerous on an exchange, etc. Most of these exchanges, to be honest with you, spot trading is a lot like gambling because you're speculating on the price difference, whether you're long or short, where you short sell, right? So it's a speculation yet again. So exchanges, very different people that use exchanges. If you notice, when there's high volatility, some of the exchanges stop you from liquidating your position or taking on capital, especially if you have large volumes of Bitcoin, etc. They don't want to actually allow you. They stop withdrawals all the time, right? So it's very skeptical, it's problematic really. So be careful of that by using exchanges. You don't have to use all of the exchanges. Especially right now when you see like Celsius broke down, when you see like companies like Shiba, Luna, Terra Luna, they dropped out of the picture. All of these tokens that are not actual tokens or actually have a backing, they're going to drop out of the way. Exchanges as well, they feel the volatility because if the price falls long enough and people are taking big quantities out of them, they can lose a lot of their money because they don't have the money to back them up, and they can close their doors as well. So be careful where you hold your tokens, where you keep your crypto. It's good to keep it in an offline wallet, in a ledger, in something that's very safe and secure. Why? Because then you're not privy to liquidation of anything. If something happens, you still actually own the token and you're not held back by exchanging it or sending it anywhere or keeping it. The other part is obviously staking platforms. Staking platforms as well dropped. Terra Luna, a great example. People lost a lot of money through Terra Luna. One day you had a lot of money, the next day you had nothing because they based on speculation, because they lend out more than what they've got and the price drops of the crypto, so they don't have enough to cover the expenses or the repayments to the holders, and that's what causes the whole mess up right there. So staking is very risky as well. I don't like staking options if it's staking in respect to borrowing that money out or lending that money out. Depending on what the model is. If they are trading on it, I definitely don't want to get into it. I know there's many platforms out there that actually borrow it out and you can earn money on that, like interest, which for me, I don't do interest. It's against my principles. I don't like that interest at all. So I don't do that. DeFi. So DeFi is finance, debt financing through crypto, where you can invest into a DeFi platform. They borrow that money out to other projects, etc., as a financing method, and then be able to get interest or payback on their loans. They are dangerous as well, but they probably limit their risk very well if they're a good platform. If not, inflation. So this was one of the most important factors of what I wanted to speak to you guys about right now. Inflation is very dangerous. Right now, if you've got money in the bank, it's not worth anything. It doesn't go up in value. So what are you going to do? Because crypto goes up in value, goes down in value. Example, Europe right now have accepted the war with Russia and backed Ukraine, which is obviously their principle. I don't fall on any spectrum on that. But the problem is that the gas and the prices of food have been going up in value for all of the Europeans. You would have asked the pricing, why? Because of delivery costs, etc. So they're actually paying more for goods, right? So because you trade in the euro and you're using euros, you're actually paying more, and the euro went down in value because of that and because of inflation and many other reasons, right? But one of the reasons of prices going up is because of that. Now, what do you do? Because as an individual, I don't have control over the euro. I don't. If they decide to go to war right now, I don't have any control over that because it's governed by a country. But Bitcoin on the other hand, or cryptocurrency on the other hand, it actually works on supply and demand and not governed by a country or a community, like a group of countries, meaning that it's not like the euro. Why? Because the community, the people like you and I actually have a lot more value. The more we buy, the more we hold, the better the currency is, the more we can buy and hold, the prices go up, right? Compared to the euro, which goes down without, whether you like it or not, you don't have any control over that. So it's important to understand. Now, the second part is inflation. And in the US, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in all of the continents, LATAM, all of these countries, we've got big inflation. We've got money being printed at massive rates. And what do you do when inflation strikes, when interest rates hit? What's going to happen? Well, most people sell or close their positions because they're scared and worried. But the most amount of money and the most millionaires were made on the last recession. So if we go into recession, the people that are sitting on big sums of money, like the BlackRocks and the big institution money, and people that have a lot of money, the rich get richer, as you know. The reason why they do so is because when it's time of economic crisis and recession and inflation, they are actually waiting for companies to fall, businesses to fall, for people to sell out, for people to give up. Why? Because they come in and they buy big chunks of everything. And they massively look at the upside in the next few years, meaning that they look at the long-term goals, not the short-term goals. So while you panic selling and getting rid of all of your assets because you feel that the world's going to fall to nothing and you're scared of losing everything, these people are actually buying at this point. So when you're selling, they're buying the assets. They're buying the NFTs, they're buying the crypto, they're holding on it. Why? Because they know the upside that is going to come up in the next few years. When you see on my previous videos or look at my previous videos, you don't understand what I say when I look at mass adoption. I always say mass adoption. Why? Because the world is adopting crypto on a massive rate. There's crypto wallets you can use. There's right now Visa and MasterCard with certain companies. Binance is one of them. You can use it for using crypto. You can buy and sell crypto. You can use it like a cash payment method. Meaning you can withdraw cash when you deposit crypto into your wallet, just from a normal Visa, MasterCard. You can use plastic. So this is all mass adoption. In certain parts of the world, you can buy cars, houses, apartment buildings. You can pay for flights, coffee, tea, your goods. If you're using Visa or MasterCard and you back it up with your crypto wallet, you can buy literally anything with that. So there's mass adoption in crypto coming. It's not a bubble. It's not what you guys were thinking it was. And if you are old school and you're like, oh wow, I missed the ride, etc. Well, this video is for you because you actually want to get into it. You want to know how? Like, share, subscribe, follow us. I'll teach you how. I'll show you all of the tricks. I'll show you all of the FUD around it. I'll show you the way I'm doing. I'm showing you more safer ways. This is free content I'm giving out to you because I actually care. Why? Because I was you once upon a time and I lost a hell of a lot of money doing all of these types of get rich quick schemes. All of these pump and dump cycles, people were drawing me into it where I was putting my money, trying to make money out of it, and I lost all of it. Why? Because it was just a scam from some influencer marketing guy or influencer guy that came online and said, hey, you will be rich. If you want false hope, I can lie to you. Hey, you will be rich. It's not the case. You need to put some work. You need to put in some effort. You need a little bit of knowledge about how to do it. You need to think. So I'm going to give you the harsh reality. There's no get rich quick schemes over here. TPL brings this news to you live. We tell you how it is. Why? Because we care. Because we don't want you to be scammed or lose money, etc. and put a bad connotation around crypto on what it is. Crypto is actually more safer than normal currencies. Why? Because every transaction is registered on the blockchain. So you can't actually lose all your money or get scammed in the wrong way because every transaction is tracked in the blockchain. It has that stored and it cannot not be stored or diverted or anything like that. It's recorded there for life. So you can see every transaction that happened, from which wallet it came, from what wallet it received, etc. This is public information. The world knows about this. This is why it's so transparent in that way. So you cannot lose money or get scammed unless you don't have the knowledge. So it's opportunities, there's risk involved, but if you do it properly, there's a lot of opportunity in respect to where you put your money, how you put your money in. I want to help you guys so you guys don't have to fall. You can make a lot of money doing crypto. Right now is a great time to buy. There's a great time to invest in crypto because there's mass adoption coming. So what do you think is going to happen to the price of crypto? Will it go down or up? If there's more, it works on supply and demand. The more people want it, the more the price will go up. So tell me what you guys think. Would love to hear you guys hear back from you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Put in the comments what you think. If you think opposite to what I think, write in the comments. And for all of you scammer influencers out there, this video is for you. Take care, guys. See you in the next video.